I am back with another Eastenders review because how could I not be? This has been one of the best weeks of Eastenders I've seen in such a long time. I mean, just starting off, the Flashback Mitchell episode. Oh my god, I could make a whole video on just that episode, and I was going to, but I feel like I've left it too long, so I'm just going to say what I want to say now. It was just so good. I didn't really find Phil's current storyline that interesting. I feel like it was just a bit repetitive. They chuck him in and out of prison all the time, and they find a way to explain it. So I wasn't really that invested in it until this episode. It's just so good because this whole time you're kind of wondering, you know, why are the police even that bothered about Phil? It feels like they're trying to make Phil out to be this insane criminal who they really want to get into prison. But it kind of just felt like lazy writing because you didn't know why they felt that way. Yes, Phil's a criminal, but they're just trying to force this gangster storyline too hard where all the police want to get Phil into prison because he's such a well-known gangster criminal. And it's just not that. It doesn't have much heart and soul. It's not that convincing. But now that we've had this flashback episode, we know why Keeble is so desperate for Phil to go into prison. We know why Phil is the way he is. Oh, it was just such a good bit of backstory. And I would absolutely love to watch a whole series spin-off just based on this family in this point in time. The casting, oh my goodness, so good. Phil was just Phil. I mean, if I was gonna imagine what Phil looks like back then, what year was it? I don't even remember, like the 70s or something, I have no idea. If I had to think of an image in my mind of what Phil looked like back then, that would be it. I think it's so interesting as well that Grant had a middle parting. What? I mean, I've only started watching EastEnders in 2012 and I've seen a few of the 2008 episodes on iPlayer, so I don't know a lot about Grant because he's not really been in it that much while I've been watching, but I just never would have expected for him to have a middle parting. I mean, it looks so cute. I love a middle parting. It was just not something I would expect for his character. I thought Billy's hair was really good as well. I don't know why I keep talking about their hair. It just gave him character. I feel like they all had hair that fit their character. When I saw Glenda come on screen to begin with, I thought it was, I forget her name, but the woman who plays Dawn in Gavin and Stacey. Obviously it was somebody else, someone much younger. But like, just for a split second, I was like, oh my god, it's Dawn! Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really understand why this has led to Billy going to prison potentially. At first, I thought it was because in the warehouse, they were all shouting out Billy's name. So the security guard would have heard it, and that's why Billy was a suspect. But then I realised the security guard died, so I don't know if I missed something, if I'm being really stupid, or if that's going to be revealed later on. And I don't really think it's Phil throwing Billy under the bus because he obviously didn't do that back then, so why would he do it now? I think to have this whole scene of Phil going back to help Billy and then just making him throw Billy under the bus in the future, I don't think EastEnders would do that. I think they'll show a little bit more consistency if they've just shown the flashback episode. So flash forward, Billy's in big trouble. So him and Honey had been getting closer throughout the week, but I just didn't expect them to kiss and decide to get back together. Like, that just didn't enter my mind. I thought that was so never ever gonna happen. It was really bizarre to me how after all this time of Honey saying, Billy, this ain't ever gonna happen, she suddenly switched it up and wanted to be with Billy. So I suppose the reason for that was just because she saw Billy being taken away and she just realised how much she can't cope without him. It was quite sweet, but we'll see how she feels in the morning. Now, as for Kat and Phil's wedding, it does seem to be shaping up for both of their exes to show up and try and stop the wedding. It sounds like Alfie's going to be attending because the twins called their dad and I guess invited him to the wedding, or they texted him. I can't really remember what happened, but we all know Alfie Moon's returning. Alfie is coming. Alfie is going to be like, Kat, I love you. And I'm going to eat it up. There's not one Kat and Alfie reunion in the history of the world that I will not just enjoy every second of. I'm so excited. I love a Kat and Alfie reunion. Now, I really ship Kat and Phil. So, you know, either way this goes, I'm going to be a little bit happy and a little bit sad. And Sharon, she had a date with some silver fox. Don't know who he is. Can't even remember his name. They kissed, nearly more happened, but I think she just changed her mind. And then the guy said, oh, you're still in love with Phil, aren't you? Or something along those lines. And then out of nowhere, Sharon just agreed with him and was like, yeah, do you know what? I am, and I'm going to try and stop the wedding. So I'm really excited for that episode. I think it's going to be so entertaining. Oh, EastEnders is in such a good era at the moment. Now, I know I've only really spoken about one storyline in this video, but it's the only one I really paid attention to. The flashback episode was drawing me back in, so that's why. Thanks for watching, bye!